Hi children, come back to the continuation of the learning, the lesson Greek, Roman and American civilizations. In that we have already learned about Greek civilization and Roman civilization. Rome was under the rule of a monarchy and the ancient people of Rome were called as patricians. The Romans had two political advisory institutions called Assembly and Senate, and there were two classes in the Roman society, the patrician and the plebeians. Also, we were learning about the gladiators. Gladiators were the wrestlers of ancient Rome who were known as gladiators. The place where gladiators fought were called as amphitheater and colosseum. Now, regarding the Roman civilization, over a period of time, the Charles engulfed the Roman state. Now, rebellions and assassinations took place regularly. Bribery and corruption during elections became the order of the day. At this juncture, around 60,000 poor and exploited slaves rose in rebellion under the leadership of Spartacus. 1 year after their struggle, they were ruthlessly suppressed. Around 60,000 people were crucified at this time. The generals, on the account of continual wars, reduced the authority of the Senate to insignificance. Pompey and Julius Caesar are prominent among the hundreds of such military generals. Now let's learn about Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, in the course of time, the rule of the first triumvirate consisting of Crassus, Pompey and Julius Caesar started in Rome. As the military generals, Julius Caesar won France and England. What do you mean by triumvirate? It means group of three powerful people. They are the persons Crassus, Pompey and Julius Caesar. Pompey won Syria and Turkey. Crassus died while winning Parthia. Like this, Roman, which was just a city-state, became an empire. Julius Caesar defeated and killed his rival Pompey. Caesar won the love of Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt. And the powerful Caesar declared himself as the dictator of Rome and weakened the republic system of Rome. He was assassinated. By that time, the Roman agriculture, industry, and commerce had evolved a lot. He implemented the Julian calendar also. His work was further continued by Augustus Caesar. The next one we are learning about the Augustus Caesar. Augustus Caesar's previous name was Octavius. He formed the second triumvirate with Mark Antony and Lepidus. Later, he chased away Lepidus and shared the kingdom with Antony. Augustus Caesar defeated Antony as he sided with Cleopatra. Mark Antony and Cleopatra committed suicide. After this, Augustus assumed the title of Imperator. He consolidated all power with himself and ruled. The period of Augustus Caesar is called the Golden Period of Rome. Jesus Christ lived during this period. Augustus undertook many welfare programs. He himself declares that he changed the Rome from a brick city into the white marble city. Pax Romana, which means peaceful period of Rome, was established. After Augustus, except Marcus, Aurelius and Constantine, the last rulers of Rome were incapable rulers. During this period, a barbaric attack by Odoacer of Rome was established. After Augustus, except Marcus Aurelius and Constantine, the last rulers of Rome were incapable rulers. And during this period, a barbaric attack by Odoacer led to the fall of the ancient Roman Empire 1500 years ago. And the next one we are going to learn about is Romance literature. Romans achieved a lot in the field of literature. Virgil is Rome's greatest poet, and Aeneid was his epic poetry. Ovid is another great poet. He has documented the mystical stories of Greek in his book Metamorphoses. Apart from them, popular poets like Cicero, Plutarch, Terence, and others are known names. Julius Caesar himself was a good historian. He has edited the Gallic battles in 7 volumes. Livy and Tacitus are important historians. In the philosophy of Roman civilization, Romans continued the philosophy and thoughts of Greeks, rather creating new ones. Cato is known as the Socrates of the West is of importance. Cicero, Seneca, and Emperor Marcus Aurelius advocated Stoicism. It advocated living at peace with nature. And learning art and architecture, Colosseum and Amphitheatre are the 2 best examples of Roman superior architecture. Pantheon is the largest building of Rome with the biggest dome. Cupid's statue and Arapasis statue are the best example sculpture of Romans. And regarding the science, Romans had a deep knowledge in mathematics and science. Pliny the Elder prepared an encyclopedia named Natural History, delivering human babies through cesarean operation, C-section operation. Vision correctional eye operations were done. Galen was the famous doctor of Roman period. Strabo and Ptolemy were the famous geographers of that time. The laws of Romans are the base of all the modern laws. This is the unique contribution to the field of legal studies. So by this we are ending the Roman civilization. And the next one we are going to learn about is American civilization. In this we will be learning about Maya civilization, the life of Mayas, the Aztec and Inca. Here regarding the American civilization, Maya, Aztec and Inca are the ancient Columbian civilizations of America. They represent the culture of the Indian aborigines of America. The countries of medieval Europe discovered new continents in their attempts to find out a new sea route to India. America and Australia, thus discovered, were misunderstood as India, and their inhabitants were called Indians. Thus, the aborigines of America and Australia came to be called as Indians. In later history, the familiar countries came to be known as Old World and the newly discovered continents as the New World. And ancient Columbian civilizations of America are distinct and special, like the civilizations of the Old World, like the Egyptian, the Mesopotamian, and the Chinese civilizations. And we can see states, kingdoms, amazing monuments, cities, art, metallurgy, and the practice of writing in the civilizations of the New World too. The nomadic people of this area settled around 1500 BCE. They grew maize, cereals, fruits, pepper, and cotton. The early villagers knew how to weave clothes, make pots, and do other things like the people of the Neolithic age, that are the New Stone Age people. We have studied in the 6th standard about it very thoroughly. And the beginning of the construction of pyramids and commemorative stone idols in the period between 1200 BCE and 900 BCE brought new changes in the hitherto simple lives of these people. These changes were first noticed in coastal Mexico. The commemorative idols depict leaders and kings. These are called as Olmec. The evidences and the excavations found here reveal a centralized society with a hierarchical system. Gradually, vast kingdoms, capitals, cities, and villages sprang up around this area. Even here, the Olmec style of art was made use of. In this way, cultural boundaries were drawn for the first time and unity developed among the people therein. After 500 BCE, the Olmec unified style led to separate local styles and regional states. These are the Maya, Aztec, Inca, and other civilizations. Now let's learn about Maya civilization. Children, are you following the class? The American Indian aborigines of Yucatan area of Mexico are called as the Mayas. Their language is called Yucatec. Physically, the Mayas were short, brown, complexioned, long-haired, and generally round-headed people. The Mayas were the most advanced among the ancient American Indians. The ruins of cities built of stone have been obtained in Yucatan of Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. This civilization rose to its cultural height around 1700 years ago. The earliest cities were built around 320 CE. We see the dissolution of Mayan culture with the attack of Spain from 1527 to 1546 CE under the leadership of Cortes. A few descendants of Mayan Indians who survived these attacks can be seen even today in the northern areas of Yucatan and Guatemala. The next we are going to learn about is the life of Mayas. The settlements of the Mayas included huge ceremonial centers. These have been called cities, but they were not inhabited by people. These areas were utilized for religious ceremonies, markets, courts, and city administration centers. People lived in villages around these areas except during the period of markets and religious celebrations. These ceremonial centers would be deserted at all times. Around a large site named Tikal, pyramids, palaces, and courtyards have been found all around, stretching 1 square mile. In all the ceremonial centers and either side of the country yards, there used to be pyramids. Beneath them were buildings with many rooms. In front of these, there used to be mammoth stone pillars, of which a few were plain pillars. Usually, depictions of gods, priests, important leaders in administration, and hieroglyphic writing would be carved on these pillars. Such stone figures are called stelas. The largest among these is approximately 35 feet high and weighs 65 tons. There were the temples on top of the pyramids. Dear students, by this we stop the session here. The continuation of the lesson you will be learned in the next session. Thank you. Have a great day.